real spill. Trying to convince you that your thoughts and your feelings and emotions are very real. Every day I wake up, it's getting more like a killer.
Yeah.
I walk in this smoke and keep it real.
Tav X Hebrews. That's right.
I'ma do it if nobody else gonna do it. See it if nobody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I've been in the street for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They done killed us in the street for so long. And I can never be myself for so long. So don't walk in that smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's running, man, this shit ain't no joke. We'll never lose hope, cause we tapped in, stuck in the wheel that the system got us strapped in. Ain't fuck up, we gon' get it out the back end. Like how the fuck I've been asleep for
Come
so long.
on down, Hebrew. I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk. And this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. Tav X, everybody. Hit that like button as you enter the door. This is a premiere right here. It's not an actual live stream, although it's probably gonna feel like a live stream. This is not live, Hebrew. It's pre-recorded. Yeah. But I'm gonna let it run as a premiere so that the family can come in, chop it up, interact with each other. You know what I mean? That's right. I got nothing but love for y'all, Hebrew. No matter where you from out there. We scattered into all nations. And I love every single one of y'all out there. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in the door. We always got to give it a few minutes, though, to see if any bros and sisters going to get the notifications, fam. And look, it's going to be one of those controversial streams. I'm letting you know right now. I'm not holding back. We got serious problems out here in the world, serious problems in the so-called black community. I'm not holding back, fam. But I'm also not being quote-unquote judgmental. We got to look at this for what it is. And what it is, something that I've warned you about for more than a year, almost a year and a half. I've been warning the family about this kind of stuff, because this ain't new. Ever since those borders been wide open. And Psalms 83, also known as illegal immigrants. Psalms 83, flooding your country, Hebrew. I told you this was a problem. More than a year and a half ago, it was a problem already. Many people ignored that, though. Look what's going on now. Look at the latest, recent, most savagery that these people have done. And you should not be surprised by this. You know, the only reason why many people are surprised by this is because you refuse to face reality. You want to rifle through Psalms 83 and say, hey, they're not all bad. That's what you want to do. Instead of focusing on the majority of Psalms 83, you one of those people you want to weed through and say, hey, they're not all bad. Let me look through all these horrible ones to find a halfway decent one. See, I'm not doing that. I know that Psalms 83 are our enemies. And the remnant that wants to cleave to Israel, that remnant is so small that you don't even really see them. See, I don't run from that kind of stuff because that's reality. I got to deal with reality. I'm not allowed to, just shrug things off and pass things off. I'm not allowed to do that, Hebrew. Although a lot of times that would be more comfortable for all of us. But I'm not allowed to do that, Hebrew. I want you to hit the like button if you haven't already. That's right. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. But I wish that I did not have to bring you stories like this. And I wish that this was the last time that I'd have to do something like this. But it's not. Because guess what? Even though this keeps on happening, and these group of people have shown a consistent, recent propensity to carry out these kinds of crimes, you're still going to say they're not all like that. And many of you, this is not going to mean anything to you because most of our people, you only care when this shows up at your front door. When they rape, or should I say grape? I didn't say rape, I said grape. When they grape one of your daughters or one of your nieces. Okay, and of course they're going to flag this video. I already know. My whole channel has been flagged. This ain't nothing new. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. I care about letting you know the truth. The truth is you're in grave danger. I've been saying it. I told you that these people came over here from all across the world to unalive some of you, to grape some of you, and to literally eat some of you. I told you that more than a year and a half ago. But many of you, you don't want to hear what I say. All you want to say is that I'm filled with hate. Because you don't really understand real love. I'm showing you, when I say you, talking to you Israelites, I'm showing you real love right now. Because guess what? I don't give a damn what nobody think or say about me. I'm trying to reach my brothers and sisters. And I'm trying to stop you from being brutally killed. Like this young sister was brutally killed by this animal. See, I'm strong enough to take the criticism, to take the backlash, to take the side eyes, to take my own people hating me and wanting me to soften it up for you illegal immigrants. I don't give a damn about my enemies. And I know that Psalms 83, they're not my friend. If you was my friend, you would get the hell off my land, give me back all my shit that you stole. From my lands, to my customs, to my women. Can't even have a decent relationship with my own women out there because of damn Psalms 83 and all the foolishness that you've done and the wickedness that you showed my women. Can't even have a decent relationship with my own women because of Psalms 83. And you think I'm gonna come on here with some kind of soft heart towards them? You're in the wrong place. And every time one of these animals do something like this, it just reinforces what I already know. To anybody out there who's wondering why I'm so hard on these illegals, today is just another example why. Just another example why. And to the remnant of Gentiles out there that's going to cleave to the house of Israel, shout out to you. It ain't many of you. It's barely any of you. And for anybody out there that says, yeah, it is, show me where you see Gentiles out there cleaving to the Israelites. Show me, because I don't see them. I don't see them. I want you to show them to me. I don't see them. Now, are they out there? The Most High said they out there. A remnant. You know what a remnant is? It's so small you can barely even count it. That's why you don't see nobody out there trying to help the Israelites, because they don't want to. They're not your friends. You know what many of your problem is? You see one so-called good Gentile, and then you want to start acting like there's a lot of them out there that are good. No, it's not. And I'm not going to pretend like it is neither. Hell no. We don't play make pretend over here, make believe. We don't do that. That's the kind of crap that gets us into trouble. I'm tired of being in trouble. Hit the like button, Hebrew, as we get ready to go down this rabbit hole. Tav X Hebrews once again. Purity and becoming one. Family, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin. I don't want to keep you too long. I'm not going to keep you too long. 19-year-old black woman, so-called black woman. They found her body a couple of days ago. She suffered the end of her life at the hands of an illegal immigrant from Guatemala. He's been arrested before, and they knew that he was an undocumented illegal immigrant, but they decided to turn him free anyway. And I'm telling you that they turned him free because your government is complicit. That's your federal government and your local state governments, your city governments. They are all confederate in feeding the American population to illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants matter more than an American citizen does in this country. That's not up for debate. That's a fact. Okay? That's why they can commit violent, heinous crimes and they won't be detained. There's no penalty. You can pretty much do whatever the hell you want to do up until now. Because now Donald Trump and the boys, the good old boys, are getting ready to bear down on them. But this is why Donald Trump wants to bear down on them, and I don't blame him. To hell with Donald Trump. I want to bear down on them, okay? I'm tired of living around Psalms 83. I don't want these people around me anymore. Because they've been shown every time they're around us, they do shit like this. I'm telling you right now. Anybody in this live stream, family, or this is not even a live stream, this is a pre-recorded video, but it's going to air like a live stream. You must check your emotions at the door, okay? This is a stern warning to the nation of Israel. You better open your eyes. You better stop being black, and you better turn back to the Most High God. And all of us, men and women included, we got to be willing to take accountability for our actions. It's a horrific tragedy which has happened yet again, okay, at the hand of, you can say, one of the usual suspects. One of the usual suspects. Everybody in Psalms 83 is a usual suspect. These illegal immigrants, no different. Just another Psalms 83 gang member from so-called South America, and they have a history of having sex, taking sex, okay, and right after they get finished with their orgasm, they viciously unalive the women. Guess what? It don't take long. Look into South American history. Look into it. Look into the men who come from down there. And that ain't even really come from for real. But they conquered their place. Look at those guys, the so-called Hispanics that come from South America, and look at their history of grape and unaliving. They do it at the same time. They grape you, and then they take your life. And then they throw your body like it's nothing. There have been a lot of those situations skyrocketing in America since those borders been open, and we know exactly why too. Because we don't run from reality over here. And I'm not trying to shield my enemies. Why on earth would I do that? But I understand some of our people, we still got that sickness. It hasn't came all the way out yet. So I'm telling you, if you have an affinity for Psalms 83, and if you like to protect them, you might not want to watch this video, because I'm not holding back at all. We got problems out here. Let's get into it. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, Hebrew. Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. If you're just walking through the door, I want you to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk, and this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. I don't know how far out nationally this story has went. Me, myself, I'm a little familiar with this because I'm in the DMV. That's the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. I'm feeling kind of, how should I say it? Pissed off, okay? And that's putting it mildly. Trying to keep my composure right now. But I spoke about this several times over the last year and a half. Many people try to say, hey, man, you going too far, Ak. You're being mean, Ak. You're being racist, Ak. Was I being mean? Was I being racist? Or was I being brutally honest with you and letting you know that a high number of illegal immigrants are raping and unaliving women here in the states of America? Talked about it months ago, talked about it a year and a half ago. Many people tried to say I'm going too far. I'm going racist. Let me tell you something. I told you that even though you might not have believed it or understood it, part of the Most High's plan, he uses the wicked as a sword against you and I. And when you won't tighten up, turn your life around, the Most High will summon, yes, illegal immigrants, killers from the four corners of the earth to descend upon you. I told y'all this over a year ago, that there were going to be some people out there who were going to get raped, unalived, even digested in the belly of an illegal, so-called illegal immigrant. Many of these people, you guys don't have no idea because you're too busy being Mr. Softy on these people. These people are not your friends. And I'm talking generally. Don't talk to me about no, what you call it when something is rare? I guess you call it rare. Or exceptions. Exceptions to the rule. We're talking about the rule. The majority of these people, Psalms 83, they are your enemies. They always have been. And most of our people, you're just too soft. You're too soft on the people that want to see you destroyed. Many of our people, even though these people want you destroyed, for the most part, most of you still are out there looking for the ones who are decent. I'm telling you, I ain't looking for no ones that's decent. I'm not going to stick my hand in a bag where I know that 80% of the snakes in there are poisonous, looking for the 20%. If they're part of the 20%, they'll come out of it. Okay? I ain't got to prove nothing to these Psalms 83 people. I'm trying to keep my people from being destroyed and put to death. Okay? And I know that part of the culture from these so-called Hispanics, many of them, we talking about those South American Hispanics, the pretend Hispanics, because we know the real Hispanics are Negro. These people are Johnny come lately. These people are the Gentiles, the other nations, okay? You can feel however you want to feel about that. I'm going to tell you the truth. I told you more than a year ago, these people are raping and unaliving women, and they're doing it to so-called white women, doing it to so-called black women. They're doing it to so-called women here in America. And people keep wanting to sweep it under the rug because for various reasons, people have a soft spot for illegal immigrants. I'm going to be real with you. I do not. I don't have soft spots for Psalms 83. No, I don't. And for the remnant of Gentiles out there that's going to clear to the house of Israel, I'm cool with you. I ain't talking about you, but it's so little of you, you don't even really see you out there. That's how few Gentiles. Yes, as you may gather by the tone of my voice, maybe, I'm pissed off because this keeps on happening. And no matter how many times it happens, excuse me, people are going to turn a blind eye and they're going to say, no, you're being racist. Am I being racist? When we keep on having these so-called Hispanics from South America that keep showing a history, recent history of graping and unaliving people. And the numbers have only gone up since those borders have been open. And like I said, no, I don't have any sympathy for Psalms 83. I know many of our people do, though. I am not one of those Hebrews. I do not sympathize with my enemies, especially when they stole all of our shit and now they're over here graping and unaliving women. I bet many of you don't even know how many so-called black women have turned up in these cities in trash bags, chopped up into pieces. Are you aware of that? I know many of you are not, and it directly coincides with the open borders. How many times are you going to turn a blind eye to Psalms 83 as they continue to wreak havoc and bring carnage to the children of Israel? This is part of their culture. Doesn't matter who likes this. I'm bringing you reality. You better understand what time it is before you get caught up out here. Just like I told y'all more than a year ago. And hell yeah, I'm pissed off because this shit was happening a year and a half ago. And I told y'all it was going to keep on happening. And here it is, keep on happening. In my so-called neck of the woods this time again. Again. Because it's already happened out here before. Because of these illegal immigrants.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. My name is Brian Fisher, and I'm the manager of the Media Relations Division for the Prince George's County Police Department, and we really appreciate you joining us this morning. Speaking with you this morning will be Prince George's County Police Chief George Nader, the County Executive for Prince George's County Aisha Braveboy, the Superintendent of the Maryland State Police, Colonel Roland L. Butler Jr., the Chief of the Bowie Police Department, Dwayne A. Preston, and the State's Attorney for Prince George's County, Tara Jackson. I would also like to recognize Prince George's County DCAO Mel Powell. Because this investigation remains very active, we'll take a few questions at the end of the presentation, but we'll be very limited in what we can answer. At this time, I'd like to introduce Prince George's County Police Chief George Nader.
Good morning. First, I'd like to thank members of the media for showing sensitivity during the reporting of this case. We know there were questions that you had and questions that we couldn't answer due to the investigation being ongoing. On September 5th, detectives from the Prince George's County Police Department's Homicide Division developed probable cause to present charges for the murder of Dacara Thompson. This morning, criminal charges were issued for first-degree and second-degree murder. The facts of the case: 19-year-old Dacara Thompson was last seen on August the 22nd. She was reported missing the very next day. On August the 21st, her family located the vehicle in the area of Jasmine Terrace in Hyattsville, Maryland. On August 31st, what we believe to have been Dakara's body was located by the Maryland State Police Department in the area of eastbound Route 50 at Route 97. On August 23rd, in the area of University Boulevard in Hyattsville, Maryland, a short distance from her vehicle, at approximately 3 a.m. For reasons still under investigation, it appears that Dacara willfully entered a vehicle being driven by Hugo Hernandez, 35-year-old male, out of Bowie, Maryland. Through investigative techniques and video review, detectives were able to track the vehicle's movement to an address on Kimber Ridge Drive in Bowie, Maryland. On September 4th, several search warrants were obtained and executed pertaining to this case, which led detectives to obtain enough probable cause to take Hugo Hernandez into custody and present him to the court commissioner for the murder of Dacara Thompson. We believe the murder occurred in the home on Cambridge Drive in Hernandez's bedroom. Her body was taken to the location that it was recovered at by Hernandez. At this time, there are no additional suspects. However, this investigation is ongoing. Our thoughts and prayers are with her family during this time. Detectives from the Prince George's County Police Department's Missing Persons Unit were quickly joined by the Prince George's County Police Department Homicide Unit, along with our law enforcement partners from Maryland State Police and the City of Bowie, who worked jointly and tirelessly to determine the facts of this case. Because the pre-existing relationships between our agencies, we are where we are. There's still a lot of investigative work to be done in this case, and we're asking members of the community or anyone that may have information about this case to contact us at 1-866-411-TIPS. Throughout this case, members at the highest level of our law enforcement agencies were kept abreast of every development, and cooperative decisions were made jointly. I have no words to express my appreciation for the Superintendent of the Maryland State Police, Colonel Butler, and Bowie's City Police Chief, Dwayne Preston, for their involvement. In addition to law enforcement involvement in this case, the highest level of our governments were kept abreast of this matter. This included daily briefings with Deputy Chief Administrative Officer Melvin Powell and County Executive Aisha Braveboy, both of whom provided unwavering support for our teams.
Now understand this. They're giving props to all these people, right? These people are the same people who fought to make these states and cities in America sanctuary cities for illegal immigrants. Okay? And you guys can continue to brush this under the rug if you want to, and there will be more slayings, more grapings. Okay? Believe it or not, all of this whole thing is judgment from the Most High God. I'm going to keep on reverting back to some of the things I told y'all a year ago, a year and a half ago. These illegal immigrants, many of them have very violent records. Many of them are cartel members. Many of them are organ harvesters. Many of you out there are protecting and taking up for people who would literally harvest your organs if they could. I'm telling you, many of you, you just don't realize how deep this Psalms 83 thing goes. Many of you don't. And to the ones of you that do realize how deep this goes, all praises to the Most High God, because it even goes deeper than that. Yasharal, we ain't got no allies out there. The remnant of Gentiles that's going to cleave to us is so minute. It's so minute that you barely even see it. That's how small it is. And I understand why now. Because these nations are not your friends. These nations ain't your friends. And they all went in on a treaty together. They shook hands to deceive you together. They took plans and shook hands to unalive you together. To steal all of your lands with an S. From Africa to America. From Lebanon to California belongs to you. But the nations came in and shook hands and made a deal to kill, to grape, to rob and destroy, and leave you desolate. And here we are in the end times. And many of our people, you have a soft spot in your heart for these people. And you say, oh, they're not all like that. Yeah, you're right. They're not all like that. But the majority of them are. The majority of them are. And I ain't got no shame in calling it out. I'm tired of the harm that Psalms 83 has brought to my family, have brought to me, have brought to you. Even if you don't want them to pay for what they did to you, I love you so much that I want them to pay for what they did to you. And they're going to pay for what they did to you and what they're still doing. There's a major problem out here in the world, major problem in America, and there's a major problem among our own people, y'all. We don't want to protect our people. This young girl was 19 years old.
Now, the News 4i team has been digging into details about Hernandez Mendez's prior arrest by federal authorities and why he was let go.
Yeah, investigative reporter Tracy Wilkins joining us live in the studio here. Tracy, like Erica said, you've been digging on this all day. What have you found?
Well, there are a lot of questions about what happened here, but let's start with what we...
No, it's not. There's not a lot of questions. This dude was a violent, illegal immigrant, like I've been warning you about for God knows how long, okay? But many of you, all you want to say, oh, brother, you're being racist. Am I being racist or am I actually loving my people? When I try to warn you about what's going on and what's going to continue to go on until you stop bullshitting.
Know about Hugo Hernandez Mendez and his past interactions with the law. A spokesperson from ICE today said he is from Guatemala and entered the country at an unknown date. While announcing his arrest today, state and county officials said he had been arrested by U.S. Park Police last spring.
Hold up, did you catch that? Why didn't they just call him an illegal immigrant? Listen to what they said. Listen to when they said he entered the country. Listen to this bullshit. And this is why people are getting fed to the wolves. People are being soft on this bullshit.
And entered the country at an unknown date.
Entered the country at an unknown date. What the hell do you call somebody who enters the country at an unknown date? Why? We call that an illegal immigrant. We call that a criminal. Okay? We call that a fugitive. But instead of saying that, that's what they would have said if this guy was black. They would have said that. But since he's not a black illegal immigrant, they said he entered the country at an unknown date. You see this weak shit? This is what I'm talking about. And this is why many people are going to continue to get put to death. I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk. I'm not here to make you feel good. Not today, for damn sure. I'm here to wake your ass up. This is real.
Hernandez Mendez and his past interactions with the law. A spokesperson from ICE today said he is from Guatemala and entered the country at an unknown date. While announcing his arrest today, state and county officials said he had been arrested by U.S. Park Police last spring and charged with a DUI, but was released. Sources close to the investigation say he was arrested on the Baltimore-Washington Parkway in Prince George's County on April 25th. We've been told that procedurally, he most likely would have been held in the U.S. Park Police barrack in Greenbelt and then would have had a first appearance in federal court in Greenbelt. We looked for those records, but could not find them in the court system. We asked Park Police.
Yeah, and you know why you can't find them in the court system? Because like I told you more than a year ago, the United States government has been bought and paid for by foreigners. Wealthy, extremely wealthy, rich foreigners. Okay? And that's why you see what's going on right now. This place now has more love for illegal immigrants than the people who actually are supposed to be in this country. And you can feel however you want to feel about this. It ain't going to change the fact that what I told you more than a year ago was happening then, and I said it was going to continue to happen, and it's still happening. And what can many of you do out there? Nothing except some of you probably still going to talk that same crazy crap. Brother, please, brother, have a heart, brother. They're not all like that. That's your favorite phrase right there. They're not all like that. Every time somebody gets brutally killed by an illegal immigrant and I bring that shit out, somebody wants to say, brother, they're not all like that. I love it because all it's doing is shining a light on the problem. People keep wanting to gloss over this shit instead of letting this shit go right back where it originated from. All these nations have been on your ass for millennia. And now you're trying to shield them and protect them from the same energy that they've been putting out for more than a millennia on your ass. And now you're trying to shield them from that same thing blowing back on them. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I know many of our people, you're not going to fully accept this until you're going to have to see Psalms 83 get brought to nothing. You're going to have to see them get completely destroyed. The Most High said He's going to make a full end of the nations. Many of our people, you don't want that. You know what you'll say to the Most High? Most High, that's wrong, Most High. You're going to make a full end of the nations? That ain't right, Most High. They're not all like that. That's that spirit that's on a lot of y'all out there. If you stick around on this channel, I'm going to break you out of that shit. Because it ain't right. And it ain't going to benefit Yasharal. I'm trying to benefit Yasharal, not Psalms 83. And once again, to the Gentiles out there, all two of you, okay? Because it ain't hardly none of you out there. That's why it's a remnant of Gentiles. The remnant of Gentiles is so small you don't even see them, okay? Y'all need to get that through your heads. And the reason why they can't find no records on this man is because this government is kind, loving, and protective to illegal immigrants. Because they're here to destroy Yasharal. Okay? That's the overall main objective. It's always about Yasharal. And this ain't no exception. I told y'all that these people came here to do a job, and they're doing it.
For charging documents. Washington Parkway in Prince George's County on April 25th. We've been told that procedurally, he most likely would have been held in the U.S. Park Police barrack in Greenbelt and then would have had a first appearance in federal court in Greenbelt. We looked for those records but could not find them in the court system. We asked Park Police for charging documents, but they directed us to file an open request in order to get those records. Given the federal push to detain undocumented people in this country, there are questions now as to why he was released after this DUI charge with a federal agency, which is still pending, by the way. Here's what County Executive Aisha Braveboy said about that arrest earlier today.
Well, I think that the U.S. Government has made status of individuals relevant. This was someone who was in their custody, and they made the decision to release him. So I think the questions should be asked of the Justice Department.
Now, we reached out to the DOJ and the Maryland U.S. Attorney's Office for clarification on why Hernandez-Mendez was not held then, since ICE tells us he is undocumented, but they told us they have no comment on this case.
You see that bullshit? The hell you mean you ain't got no comment on this case? Yeah, why wasn't he held when you knew that this nigga was an illegal immigrant when you arrested him for DUI? He got pulled over on the Baltimore-Washington Parkway, something that many of us travel every single day. Many of us travel BW Parkway every single day to and from the plantation. That's a well-traveled road out here in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, okay? This illegal immigrant, this savage rapist and killer, this monster, okay, which there are millions of these monsters crawling all over America right now. Just like I told y'all 12 months, 16 months ago. Oh no, brother, you're going too far, brother. Show some love. Hell no. I'm showing love to Yasharal. This is just a tragedy all the way around, and it really makes my stomach turn.
In the case of a missing teen from Prince George's County, this morning, authorities announced the arrest.
For those of you who are not familiar with Prince George's County is in Maryland. It's right outside of Washington, D.C., the so-called suburbs of Washington, D.C., which ain't nothing suburban about it. Prince George's County is very dangerous. Got savages running all around out here. That's American savages, mainly black savages, Negro savages, and now you got these illegal immigrant savages out here as well. Yes, I called him a damn savage. This dude unalived this girl, and then he tossed her over a fucking bridge, okay? Right out there on Route 50. Everybody that's in the DMV, y'all know Route 50. That's a popular road that many of us travel every day at some point. This damn illegal immigrant savage unalived this young girl and then tossed her off to the fucking bridge. You think somebody cares about this out here? I'm telling you, they really don't. That's why they made all these states and cities in America sanctuary cities to hide criminals. This guy was pulled over months ago on BW Parkway, DUI. Why wasn't he held? They knew he was illegal as soon as they pulled him over. He was illegal. That means he's not even allowed to have a license. Why was he not held? Why was he let out of prison? They knew he was illegal. They had him in jail. Why did they let an illegal person living that kind of life, why did they let him go? Because the government doesn't care if illegal immigrants take your life. These people are here to do a job, and the job is to prey on the citizens of this country. I don't give a damn who likes this. I'm here to tell you the truth. So hopefully it won't be you who comes up missing after getting picked up, taken for bad, and thrown off a damn bridge. Hopefully this won't happen to you or your daughter out there. You so-called black women out there, you better listen up. You had better tighten up. You better start being more aware of your surroundings. Hebrew, hit the like button if you haven't already. I'm trying to keep my composure, fam.
A Bowie man in connection with Dacara Thompson's death. The 19-year-old was reported missing August 23rd. Her body was discovered in Anne Arundel County days later. News 4's Jessica Albert joins us live with what we know about the arrest. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Melissa, this is truly a heartbreaking conclusion to this missing persons case, and it has now gone from a missing persons case to a homicide investigation. Prince George's County Police and Maryland State Police say the body that was found off of Route 50 in Annapolis does belong to 19-year-old Dacara Thompson. They have arrested 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez of Bowie and charged him with her murder. Investigators say Hernandez Mendez is in the country illegally and an ICE detainer was issued for him yesterday. Police say surveillance video shows Dacara getting into Hernandez Mendez's car the night that she went missing, near where her car was found in Hyattsville. Investigators say he then drove her to his home in the 12,000 block of Kimbridge Drive in Bowie. Detectives say they believe Dacara was murdered in Hernandez Mendez's bedroom. I asked during the news conference whether Hernandez Mendez has any previous arrests. Police say he was arrested by the U.S. Park Police in April for a DUI and was released. County executive.
Why in the hell was this animal released? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because he was an illegal immigrant. That's why he was released. There's no way an illegal immigrant can have a license. He should have never been let out. He should have been detained and deported immediately. But nope, set him free back out in the population so he can go out there and unalive somebody and throw him off of a bridge. That's what happened to this 19-year-old girl, okay? All of you black women out there, especially you younger ones, you out here in the streets roaming around late hours of the night, you better cut that shit out. I've been telling y'all that there are wolves out here who are going to prey on you. And lo and behold, it keeps on happening. And I'm going to keep on talking about it because it's not going to stop, okay? It's only going to intensify. I told you that there were many of you out there, you already slated to be used and abused by these illegal immigrants. It's part of the sword of the Lord. The sword of Yahweh is coming upon many of us out there. This is not a game, family.
Aisha Braveboy says all questions about this arrest will have to be made to the Department of Justice. We are checking with them to try to get more answers surrounding that April.
And I love it. You see how Aisha Braveboy and Maryland officials trying to pass this off to the DOJ? Like she ain't got nothing to do with it. Like most of these local politicians didn't sign up to have their cities be sanctuary cities. See, now they all trying to backpedal. I told y'all over a year ago, this was a major problem because it was already happening at a crazy rate. But many of you want to turn a blind eye. I'm not going to turn a blind eye. I'm going to shout it from the mountaintops because I'm tired of seeing this. This is just an instant replay. It's an instant repeat that's going to continue to happen. Okay? And listen to me, family. I love the Hebrew Israelites. These are my people. I love y'all. That's why I started this channel, family. But I do realize there is a big problem amongst so-called black people. We can start with, we keep calling ourselves black. It ain't no such thing as a black person. If you're going to be a black in this day and time, you're going to be subject to being swallowed by wolves. Maybe you'll survive, maybe you won't. Only the Most High knows. But in 2025, if the Most High leaves you out there still thinking that you're black, then I guess it's kind of fair to say that the Most High, he's still against you for whatever reasons. It could be, a good chance could be that we have not repented yet. I don't see how the Most High can leave you out there in 2025 still thinking that you're black unless he's trying to kill you. Okay, I'm keeping it real. And this is a very painful topic, all right? Listen to me, family. Because I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I'm not blaming this young woman, Dacara Thompson. We don't victim blame around here. It's sad that this young lady had to lose her life. 19 years old, and she had to lose her life. And it was brutally, she lost her life. This is a real life story right here. She lost her life brutally at the hands of an illegal immigrant. Like I said, we're not victim blaming, but we do have to, if you want things like this to stop happening, we have to deal with the real problem. We can't run away from it. Now, I'm not saying that this sister, Dacara Thompson, was doing this, but possibly she was. We know that there's a major epidemic of women in America, and it's particularly our women, black women. There's a major epidemic of women out here being sex workers, whether they're young women, middle-aged, older women. There's what do you call them when something is going on in big numbers? There's an epidemic of sex work, especially with this social media stuff going on. A lot of women are meeting men through social media. Sometimes they're meeting random men to date. Sometimes they're out here selling themselves, okay? Now, I'm not saying that that's what this sister Dacara Thompson was doing, but whatever kind of reason she ended up linking up with this savage, we can tell that it didn't look like, it doesn't appear to be on the up and up, okay? As a woman, you have to be safe out here. It's after midnight. I'm telling you right now, if this was my woman, my daughter, or whatever, a woman I'm responsible for, I would not allow you. And yes, I said allow. I wouldn't care if this was my daughter, my niece, my woman, wife, whatever. If I am responsible for you, I would not allow any woman who I'm responsible for to be on the streets after 12 o'clock. Are you out of your damn mind? I don't care what town you in, but especially around here in the DMV, you got to be out of your damn mind to allow any woman who you are responsible for to be on the streets after midnight. Are you crazy? And if you are a woman watching this live, take your ass in the house. Get the hell off the streets. You out here after midnight, I'm going to be real for real with you. Once the sun goes down, I don't give a damn if it's midnight or not. That's go time for a lot of these sickos out here. And if they catch you out here on the street when that sun goes down, you're going to be one of the first people that they look to prey on, okay? And from the looks of this, like I said, late night on the streets, getting out of your car, walking up to a car to talk to any guy. I don't care who it is, let alone this guy or any other guy. Late night on the streets, and they're saying that she walked behind, I think it was the Family Dollar or Family Discount store, to walk up to some Denali truck, stood on the outside of the driver's side for a minute or so, I guess chopping it up with the driver. Then she walked around, got in the car with him. And I believe that's the last time she was seen alive. And then his so-called roommate saying that he heard this guy having sex in the morning. And he said it sounded like somebody was not enjoying themselves. Only the Most High knows what he was in there doing to this young woman. And then he went and discarded her body by tossing her off of a bridge on Route 50. Another very popularly traveled road that we travel every day around here. BW and Route 50. We travel those roads every day if you're in the DMV. Major thoroughfares. And that's where this savage decided to dump her body at. Now look, just off of being somebody from the hood, we know sometimes we can all have an opinion, right? Opinions are like noses. I got them, you got them, the guy across the hall got them, the girl down the street got them. But they don't mean anything. Only thing that means something is the facts. And the facts is, like I said, I would not allow any woman that I'm responsible for, you would not be out on the streets at late night, especially after no damn midnight. And to all you women out there who like to be out here in the streets, clubbing, doing all this shit, you better cut that shit out before you come up victimized as well. And I know a lot of the young women out there, you like to listen to this female rap that they got going on out here now. It's basically just prostitution rap, telling girls how to sell their cheeks, promote their body for funds, cash out, to have access to their ass. That's what a lot of this rapping is about, these young girls out here. Whether it's Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, any of these other girls, City Girls, all of them, Sexy Red, they rapping the same rap. It's basically prostitution rap. And many of these women out here, they listen to that kind of music and they're actually out here living that lifestyle. Can't make this up. I actually got a sex worker for a neighbor. One of my neighbors is a sex worker, okay? This thing is real. And like I said, I'm not trying to be harsh on anybody. I'm not victim blaming. But if we want things to stop happening a certain kind of way, we got to start being real. And we got to understand, a lot of our sisters are out here. The girl next door. Many of the girl next doors, they out here doing sex work, y'all. There's a thing called OnlyFans out here, y'all. There's something called Craigslist, Backpage. They're making up all kind of new websites. These women are out here selling themselves. And they're meeting strange men online. And for some of you younger women who really don't know how this goes, a lot of these men who pick up sex workers, they have a propensity to murder you after they have an orgasm. Okay? I'm dropping some game out there for some woman out there. I hope there's a young woman who sees this video and you don't do like regular women gonna do and get offended. You're gonna actually realize that I'm your brother and I'm warning you. If you are a sex worker, hey sis, give that shit up. You out here shaking your ass online, advertising your cheeks online, give that shit up, okay? You out here meeting strange men, whether you're not selling your ass or not. Just meeting strange niggas out here online and meeting up with niggas off the nighttime tip. I don't care what it's for. Don't do it. It's too dangerous out here. And forgive me if I'm getting very, very emotional because I'm sick of this shit. Hit the like button, Hebrew.
EJZ investigates uncovering new information about the murder of a 19-year-old whose body was dumped over a bridge near Annapolis. A suspect we know in custody tonight, and authorities saying he's in the country illegally. Investigator Mike Helgren live in Anne Arundel County with what charging documents reveal about this man and the case. Mike, good evening.
Good evening, Rick. 7 pages of detailed charging documents. This suspect was from Guatemala. According to court records, he worked for a Baltimore-based landscaping company. Police used surveillance video and cell phone tracking to build their case. This suspect is now being held without bail. And a warning, some of the details you're about to hear are disturbing.
This is a good young woman who wanted to do good.
Once again, family, I am not victim blaming. I'm not bashing this girl because I don't know the details. But one thing that I do know, okay, I don't trust black leadership because if you're still going to be black in this day and times, that means you haven't gotten your mind right and you really don't know your head from your ass. So I'm not trusting no fucking black leadership. Number one, most black people are liars, okay? I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk. I'm not here to make you feel good today. I'm telling you the truth so that maybe I can save you from being killed. Maybe I can stop your daughter from being killed. This woman right here is a liar, okay? She's a black politician. Of course she's a damn liar, okay? And black people don't want to be honest. There is an epidemic of our women selling their bodies online. There are many of them doing this, y'all. Lots of them are doing this. Nobody's willing to talk about this. And for obvious reasons, because we already know most of our women, you can't tell them nothing. They're going to cuss you out or they're going to say you're being chauvinist. But guess what? Because I know it's bullshit. I know that I'm not being chauvinist. I'm actually one of the rare niggas who actually loves my sisters out there. And that's why I'm going to tell you this shit whether you want to fucking hear it or not. There's an epidemic in the black community where our sisters selling their bodies. And whenever something like this happens, instead of warning our sisters about the dangers of living that kind of life, which many of them are living, instead of warning them about it, they lie. And then they come out and say stuff like this.
For her community.
You see?
This is a good young woman.
Now, I'm not saying that she wasn't a good young woman, but here's what I am saying. Even if she wasn't, this is what black people do. They lie. Even when they know that this shit is a fucking lie. Just like I done been to funerals before. And the nigga laying in the casket could have been a horrible person. Serial killer, robbed everybody in the neighborhood, everything. The pastor will get up there and say, I know that this brother is in a better place now, looking down on us. When you know that that pastor is a damn lie. I'm telling you, this is the shit that niggas do. And this is what this woman right here is doing. Black people love to live in delusion. That's why the black community is finished. That's why it's over. And that's why nobody even took this girl missing seriously. She was missing for a couple of days. Her family went out to the streets and started looking for her.
Who wanted to do good for her community.
You see, Dacara?
A heartbreaking end to the search for 19-year-old Dacara Thompson. Her family desperately looked for answers for weeks.
I want my baby back. I just simply want my daughter back.
Police found Thompson's body on Route 50 near Interstate 97 in the Annapolis area. According to charging documents WJZ Investigates obtained, the suspect, 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez.
Look at this monster. This is a monster right here. Now, I'm just asking y'all, you're going to be honest. Why and how would a 19-year-old girl even want to meet up with a guy like this? Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Does he look like the kind of guy that you would want your daughter, your sister, your niece hanging out with? Does he look like a friendly guy? He looks like the kind of guy who would do just what he did. This guy is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Look at him.
Threw her body off a highway bridge into the South River. She had skull and facial fractures. Her family identified her through tattoos.
At this time,
she got skull and facial fractures from being thrown off of a bridge. I don't know what it's going to take to get through to y'all.
there are no additional suspects. However, this investigation is ongoing.
Thompson, who lived with her dad, disappeared after going out to get gas. She sent him this text.
I should be back soon. I love you too. Good night.
The 19-year-old is seen on surveillance video leaving her SUV behind in Hyattsville. According to charging documents, she approached the suspect's GMC Yukon and after approximately a minute of conversing, walks over to the passenger side of the vehicle and gets into the passenger front seat. Police...
Hey, look. To all the women out there, I don't care how old you are, never go up to a strange man's car. I don't care how attracted to him you are. I don't care how sweet he talks to you. Never approach a strange man's vehicle. Stop meeting these men online. Stop it. Or out in the streets. Late night, you have no business approaching a strange man's car, because you're putting your life in danger. What do you think a guy like this wants with you, sister? Look at these two pictures right here. What do you think that they had in common? Now, just me being from the hood, there's many scenarios, okay? I don't know exactly what happened. I do know that she was out on a late night by herself. You saw her get out of her car, left her car, and she went behind some Family Dollar and went up to the driver's side of an SUV Denali, something like that. There's nothing good that can come from that, okay? I don't know what she was doing. Just being from the hood, my mind tells me either maybe this was some kind of drug deal, or she was maybe she was out there selling herself. I don't know. What do you think could bring these two together? Only the Most High knows. I'm telling you, whatever it was very wicked and ungodly. Her dad should have commanded her. And yes, I said commanded her. I don't care if she's 19. She lives with her father. She's a teenager. You're responsible for her life. You have to command her. No, you're not allowed to go out here at nighttime by yourself on the streets. Because there are animals out here like this guy right here. A brute beast. And see, you guys can call me racist all you want, which I don't give a damn. Number one, I'm not racist. I'm proactive in trying to save my damn people. Because I know my people ain't got no fucking sense. And I'm tired of seeing niggas get put to death out here. I'm trying to help. If I could just stop one woman from being taken by these people, having their way with you, and then unaliving you. If I can save one of you, I don't give a damn who calls me racist. If I can stop one of our sisters out there from this happening to you, I don't care what niggas got to say about me. This is real love from your brother. I'm not going to pretend like this is not a problem. Like I told you, one of my neighbors is a sex worker. Okay? This shit is real. Many of your neighbors are sex workers. This is the elephant in the room. But see, so-called black people don't like to be honest, so they're never going to address this. Her dad, I'm not bashing her dad. I'm saying so another father doesn't have to go through this out there. Don't allow your teenage daughter to go out on the streets like this at night. I don't care if she's 18 or 19. You're still responsible for her life. That's why she's living with you. And she's a woman, you're a man. You're her dad. You are responsible for her staying alive. You should not have allowed her out there. And may the Most High have mercy on their family for having to go through something so horrific. Okay? To all of the women out there, though, listen to me. Stop running around these streets. Ain't nothing out here. There are a lot of illegal immigrants out here, though. And they would love to get their hands on you. Either to grape you, or to chop you up and sell your organs, or maybe even eat you. I told you this more than a year ago, but nobody wanted to listen to me. Just like I'm sure nobody probably even wants to listen now. Not my problem. I'm trying to stop one of our sisters from this happening to you again. We gotta take better care of our women out there. And women, you gotta start listening to black male authority. Or you could end up in the clutches of an animal like you see on this screen right here.
Say they drove to his house in Bowie and believe he killed her in his bedroom. A roommate reports hearing the defendant having sex and then a grunting noise, which made it believe that someone wasn't enjoying the sex. After executing a search warrant, police found what they believed to be the victim's blood and missing fingernail, along with hair and other evidence in the bedroom and in the trash, along with multiple pairs of women's underwear and lingerie. Hernandez Mendez.
You see that? along with multiple women's underwear, wigs, and lingerie. He's done this before.
Blood and missing fingernail.
And there that young woman is on screen right there, walking right there off the late night.
Along with hair and other evidence in the bedroom and in the trash, along...
To all the young women out there, you should not be on the streets this hour of the night by yourself. You shouldn't be. It's not even safe for men to be out there this time of night. What makes you think it's safe for you? Because they've implanted that thought in your head, strong and independent. I'm telling you right now, with that kind of mind frame, you easily set yourself up to go out just like this. Believe it or not.
With multiple pairs of women's underwear and lingerie. Hernandez agreed to an interview, telling detectives he went to a nightclub to meet his ex-girlfriend, but never did. When detectives questioned further, the defendant denied any involvement. Prince George's officials say Hernandez was in the United States illegally.
What?
Park police arrested him for a DUI 5 months ago, but let him go.
The U.S. Government has made status of individuals relevant. This was someone who was in there.
All these politicians are in on it together. Now they want to pass the buck. Family, it's a shame that these kind of things got to play out. But when you have a whole entire earth who's turned away from the ways of the Most High God, nobody wants to hear anything about the Most High God. Unfortunately, these are the results of that kind of thinking and those kind of actions. Things like this become the societal norm. Sad to say, this is normal. This is normal. Sad to say. May the Most High God have mercy on that young woman and her family. And may the Most High God judge this devil for what he did. And may he judge all of the devils for doing what they are doing to Yasharal and what they have done. Hit the like button if you haven't already, Hebrew. I'd like to say welcome to this channel. To anybody out there who's new, I know we got new brothers and sisters who are constantly finding the channel. All praises to the Most High God. And I hope you all understand. We're not victim blaming, victim shaming. The goal of this video is to get so-called black people to wake up. And especially our so-called black women. You are under attack. That I'm independent, strong black woman, you need to scrap that idea right now. Ain't no such thing as a strong, independent woman. You want to be strong and independent, what you're really saying is you want to be independent of the Most High and you want to be independent of a so-called black man. Those are your only allies in this world. And many of our sisters, you're going to learn that the hard way. But since I actually love you, not like most of these niggas out here, I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. I'm going to tell you the truth so that hopefully one of you women will see this video who may be out here selling your body in the streets all hours of the night, doing whatever you're doing, meeting strange men online. Hopefully one of you women will see this video and say, you know what? I'm going to move different. And hopefully you moving different can potentially save your life. But if you ultimately want to have your life saved, just like the men out there, you women, all of us, we got to repent and turn to the Most High God and Him alone. Like this video. Anybody who wants to, you got any questions about anything, any comments, shoot me an email. Okay, my email will be in the video description. Also, if the Most High puts it on your heart to donate to this channel, I will leave my Cash App in the description as well. Share this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk. I'm out.